Hi everyone, how are you? It's been a little bit of time since I last posted because mostly the weather the weather has just been horrible. Everywhere I seem to fly, it's like 15 mile per hour crosswinds, and you know when you're always flying into single runway airports and stuff, it never fails. It's always a crosswind. Anyways, we are here in the Black Square Baron, the analog Baron, and we are in Daytona Beach, and this is a payware airport. So, anyway, so I'm just getting the
TOS system test OK.
God, that's so loud. So I'm just getting ready to fire up the engines and stuff. I haven't flown this plane in a little while, and I remember it's sometimes hard to get the engine started. So I'm kind of hoping that it, starts up easy this time. But anyhow, so just checking stuff over here and making sure all the switches are set right. And I hope everybody's been good. Aside from, the other thing I wanted to tell you was all of a sudden I can't land airplanes. I bounced so much. I mean, I looked like a basketball going down a runway. Anyways, let's start the engine up. Oh, there goes one. And then flipping the fuel on. This is for 2. And this is the one, I always have trouble with this engine for some reason. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Got it. Okay. So the winds are pretty calm at this point.
Traffic Bonanza 1, Romeo Pop, departing to the northwest.
Just need to set the altimeter to, or the altitude to, I figure around 3,000 feet. This is only a 23-minute flight from Daytona to Ocala, Florida. Okay, so I think everything's good. And we'll just taxi out to the runway.
Traffic Skydive 00 Foxtrot is 2.5 from the northeast inbound for left downwind runway 12.
Oh yeah, forgot to close the cowl flaps. Alright. Release the parking brake. And let's go. Oh yeah. Flaps.
Joe's our Foxtrot's clear the runway.
Oh, by the way, we are in Flight Sim 2020. Which, you know, I still haven't decided. I mean, that's sometimes 2020 looks great to me, sometimes 2024 looks great to me. And I don't know, I just like both of them. They have different things that I like about them, but 2020 runs so smooth.
Traffic Commander 951 Juliet Bravo, backtracking runway 12.
Now I've never flown to Ocala. I've never flown into the airport. It's a default airport, so I have no idea what we're gonna find. But one of the things I've found is that going into these smaller default airports,
Fiber 235
They
takeoff,
can-
back
they
taxi
can-
in 12.
that guy already said that. That sometimes going into these default airports, it's really kind of fun because, you know, you're flying into or over a city or a town that you've never seen, and maybe it's got, you know, like a really pretty scenic pattern and stuff. Okay, everything's good as far as I can see. I'm not using ATC because it kind of stinks. I do have FSLTL traffic turned on, but full disclosure, I'm flying this at midnight, my real time, and so there's really no traffic. Okay, off we go. Gear up. Flaps up.
Fiber 235 takeoff, taking off, 12.
And I'm looking for the prop sync switch. I forget where it is. And of course I start on the right, looking at every single little switch, and then go up a little. Oh, there it is. Click it. Come on, click it. There you go. Now, I ended up having a problem here. The autopilot didn't track, so when I put it onto nav, it didn't find the track. It did fine with, you know, altitude and everything else, but something was going on with the nav. The only thing I did find is I got a message on the screen that said that there was an update available, and I'm guessing that that's it. So since I couldn't do the update while flying the plane, I did just follow the nav track manually. A lot of this is going to be kind of boring. I hope everybody's been good. How many of you have, you know, decided to get your feet wet in 2024? I know Rick, Arizona Charlie, has finally gotten his straightened out, and I think he said that it was going pretty good. Antonio, did you ever decide to do it or no? And how about everybody else? Mel?
You want us to pull over here and wait for you, or vice versa? No, you're good. Keep going. I'm going to have to taxi back full length. The wings are just too big here.
I really haven't had any trouble with 2024 other than there's not many airplanes to fly. I mean, the ones that I, you know, really like the Black Square Baron. I've flown the Baron that's actually in 2024, but something went wrong with the textures on that plane. It looks like somebody bashed it, like, you know, with a baseball bat. It's got so many dents in it. I do like the seasons in 2024. I didn't think I would like it, but I do. The trees just look so much more real. And the lighting, you know, the lighting in Flightsim 2020 it's great. It really is great. I mean, that's the reason I switched from X-Plane to 2020. Here's the plane we're flying in. You might see that tail number quite often. It is the tail number of my favorite airplane that I used to fly for real, way back when in the 70s. I got married and my ex did not like me flying, so I quit flying. I don't know, probably a mistake, but you know, that's life. Anyhow, so November 574 Foxtrot Lima was a Cherokee, and it still is flying, I believe, in Texas. It was a 1971 Piper Cherokee. It was brand new at the time. And here is where I'm finding out that we're just not tracking very good. So I'm setting the course manually, and it's tracking pretty good, you know, considering. I mean, I can follow a straight line. So we're up at 3,000 feet now. I cut a little bit of this out, edited some, so that I tried to get rid of some of the more boring parts. Hopefully that helps. I'll just have to vamp, I guess is what they call it. But anyhow, so turning into the course because I was off. You can see I was a little north of the course. And this is where I'm getting that message that I have need to get an update. And of course, I was confused because I'm blind. Anyways, I get back on course. I want to go a little south of this lake. It's so pretty. I wish I could fly again. But no money, and it costs a lot of money. So I was talking about the bouncing that I've been doing on runways. I get into this bad habit of just kind of like chopping the throttle and gliding in, but you know, it just doesn't work. I chop the throttle and I, you know, like just smash into the ground. So I got to get myself back to clearing and, you know, just letting it settle instead of saying, oh, let's go down. It's such a pretty plane. I don't know if you all saw that I had a new RC helicopter, 450 size AS350, made by Flightsim RC in China, and flew that 2 weeks ago with my son, and that thing just flies so good. Okay, I cut a bunch of stuff out here, and so we are almost to Ocala. That's Ocala in the distance. I opened up charts, and the winds are calm, so I'm picking runway 18 to land at.
Land on the south meadow there, just over the tree line. With the horse.
Now we're over top of Ocala, or over outskirts of the city, and this is part of flying flight sim that I just love. When we're going over top of the houses, and seeing the streets and the cars and everything. It's when I get the most. Oh God, what's the word? I can't remember the damn word. I feel like I'm into it, like it's actually real. I'll think of it as soon as I get done here. So anyhow, the airport is dead ahead here. So let's jump back into the cockpit and set up for landing.
Traffic System 766 Sierra Papa, we are left base for 1, it will be discussing the pattern of turn.
Gear down. Flaps 1. Slow this guy down a little bit. There's the airport back there.
766 Sierra Papa, up 11, it will be making a right turn out to the northwest.
Flaps 2. I like this shot. This shot feels real.
500.
Thanks, lady. Okay, Lauren, do not cut the power. Write it down. Mains and nose.
I'm left road, what's your position? 75 Whiskey Delta, works about 2 miles to the west, 1000.
That,
Roger that.
honest to
We're,
God, that's
about
the
1
best
mile to the
landing
west,
I've made
2000.
in a month. Roll the flaps back up. I kind of like this airport. I wonder if there's if anybody's done a freeware version.
We'll be staying 1,000 or below. We got you on TCAS. Roger that.
Okay, so that was this trip, and I've got one more like a bonus for a 2024.
Traffic helicopter 75 Whiskey.
Okay, so
Traffic, Cessna 760 Papa, final 1, attention go.
that's this flight. And let's move over to Flightsim 2024. And this time we're in the new Carenata 182Q. The one that gets 5,000 bugs all over the window. This is a default airport, so first time coming to this, I couldn't find the damn airport. So actually I'm like right over top of it, so I'm gonna have to do a pretty much a 360. But this is kind of, I like the way this looks, the picturesque part of it. I mean, the little hills and stuff like down below, that looks so real. This is in California. I wish I could remember the name of the airport, but it escapes me. So here I finally see the runway. And now I gotta get myself lined up for it. did it.
Head down,
No
Might
bounce.
keep us out of that.
So you're basically gonna stay on your present heading, and when I get you over to Cleveland, they're gonna be vectoring you around to the airport.
Okay, you want present heading right now then?
If you need to deviate, deviations are approved when able by heading 100.
Well, that's pretty much it, guys.
No, 2959,
It-
just gonna maintain for level
I hope this was
23023.
okay. I feel bad because I haven't really put up any videos and stuff in the last 3 weeks, and it's not good. And as far as talking, I know you guys like it when I talk, but I get so, I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to talk about, so I hope it's not too boring. Anyways, I do like this plane, the 182Q, except for all the bugs. But it's a nice plane. The other thing that I kind of wish I could do is I kind of like when I'm done with a flight. I like opening the doors and kind of like walking around and looking at it with the doors open and stuff, but if you open the doors in 2024, you get out, but you shut the door.
I would say light top area with
And
continuous light
I don't know,
top.
that kind of
That's
bothers
lights
me
from
for some
reported.
reason.
I'll have you
But
over to Cleveland in 2 minutes, and I'll be able to give you a more updated report going on for the week.
Thank you.
No worries.
does anybody know where the parked aircraft come from? I mean, are they coming out of my 2020 aircraft? Because it kind of looks like it. Anyways, so I appreciate coming along for the ride, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, right? Okay, see ya.